anything well,
Might as well just film everything.
and I don't know the answer other than our our company, American Veterans Travel and Tribute, sort of runs off passion. If you've seen our people, and you've only seen a few of them, uh, they're driven by what they do. We have a mission, to travel around the country and provide communities an opportunity to get together. And if we don't do anything else, we get, for that period of time that we're there, they get to put aside all the petty day-to-day businesses and differences of politics, religion, all of the things that divide us.
Right.
If you put them aside for just a period of time and come together to recognize that we get to stand here today, or we get to sit here and talk today because of what someone else has done and what someone else is continuing to do. That kind of makes everything else pale in comparison. Uh, we meet the people that are good people across the country. The God-fearing mom and apple pie and motherhood, and God, country, freedom. I mean, that's who we meet. And I don't care what flavor you are, what color you are, what religion you are, what political persuasion you are. If you believe in that, then you have a passion for that. And so you have to separate that out from the people who buy a $1 bumper sticker and say freedom's not free. Those are the people that feel good because they put that bumper sticker on. But when I say to them, or someone says to them, well, you got a bumper sticker, but what have you done? What have you done? What have you physically done? Not what you say you're going to do, but what you're going to do. And then, there's not usually an answer that comes back. So we encourage people to actually do something like this. To come out and, the millions of people or thousands of people, or whatever it is across the country who are welcoming home the soldiers, having those ceremonies in different cities, to do small things in a small way. It doesn't have to be a grandiose thing. Buy a package, or mail a package for Operation Gratitude. Write a letter to a soldier. That's actually doing something, and however small it is. And so that's what we're about. We believe in honor, respect, and remember of all those who came before us, but we also believe that we have to pay tribute to them. And we pay tribute to them by celebrating what they gave us. I'm not going to stand around and say, poor me. I'm a Vietnam veteran. Well, I am, and I'm not a victim. I never was a victim, and I never will be a victim. And if you're a victim, that's your problem, not mine. Okay? This is America. You need to get on with your life. Everybody needs to enjoy and celebrate what we got. To sit around and dwell on those other things is, I think, self-destructive. So that's what we were for. When we said celebrate freedom, like the Roots Band said, we're really serious about it. And what does that mean? Do it. Have fun. Like last night, the rock band. Have the kids out. Let the kids run around. Have them, see this, remember it. It'll make an impact. Come together, put aside the nonsense, do something. Honor those veterans like we did last night. Hug a Gold Star mother. I mean, there's no higher place in this country than a Gold Star mother, and yet they don't get the recognition that the politicians and the wannabes and the here with all that stuff get. And we think it's unfortunate. I met a mother once that not long ago, she sent 5 sons to Vietnam. She only got 2 home. And I was standing with her at the wall. We went around and did the names. And it made me very aware, as what I said yesterday in the speech, that the tragedy when a soldier or a police officer or a firefighter dies, that the true tragedy and the true cross are paid by the people that he left behind. That mother was still grieving for 40 years, and she's not singular. I just happen to remember that because it hit me so very hard that that's what it's all about. It's not about so much the men and women that are gone. We pay their respect, but what do we do for the ones they left behind every day? So that was very impactful on me, and that's why we did the ceremony yesterday. Of course, the Blue Star mothers that send their sons and daughters off to war. know, we all have one thing in common in this world. We all have a mother. And we have to do our best for that. So that's what we're about. And, you know, Patriot Days to us is, you know, we want to be the most patriotic community in the United States. Step up and show us. And, you know, that's what we're doing. So, when we, you know, bring together a whole lot of people, somebody in the newspaper asked me how many people we had dealt with over the last few months. I personally have probably dealt with 200 or 300. You know, it could probably be in the thousands with Linda and Greg. So, it takes that.
And you invited the Wallabies as well. How do you relate to that? And the fact that they gave a blessing yesterday to open the
Well,
event.
that's interesting. And first of all, from the standpoint of Vietnam Wall, which is the largest piece of this, there are 224 Indians on the wall. And that's the highest proportionate percentage of any minority in the United States. There's well over 100 on those gold dog tags. Indians have always served in the military, from the code talkers and all of that, all the way forward. And they have always stepped up to the plate in huge numbers in proportion to their population. We fly the Native American flag with the eagle feathers, the Vietnam veteran flag. That's the first part of that. The second part of that is I'm a citizen of the Texas Cherokee Nation. So I have an affinity for that. And thirdly, it seemed unfortunate to me that people had not included the Indian tribes in what was going on mainstream. They are not a peripheral piece of our population. It should not be marginalized. And so that's my rationale to asking them, and I was very happy that, and we were very happy to accommodate everything that they needed on a personal level. That felt pretty good to all of us to have the elders out and see all that. So, and of course, the blessing was beautiful as always. It's our custom every time we put up the tribute that it's blessed, and if we're anywhere that there's a Native American presence, they come and do it for us. If not, we do it ourselves. We have sage and everything, and then we have a Christian or whatever after that. So that's a custom. So I guess the long answer is say that was a neat thing. It's always a neat thing.
Well, I know we want to ask Greg, you know, how Lake Havasu really, what instigated the idea of bringing the wall and bringing the community of Lake Havasu together, and what really happened there? How did this
You want a
come
good
about?
story, or you want the real one?
I want the best story.
Driving in the car in Greg's truck from the airport, and I started talking about when we were here before, and we talked about maybe coming back.
That was a couple of years ago?
No, it was last year.
Last year.
Yeah, and we were here last March, previous to that. And this happened in about November. I was out here for a visit on something, and so Greg and I started talking about it. I said, well, if we come out, we really need to do something more. I wasn't here last time. I was with the other tribute.
Okay.
But my partner was, and this was very successful last time on a smaller scale over a 3-day period. So we started talking about it, and I said, well, you know, these are some of the things we've done before. Why don't we just combine everything that we can think of? And, you know, and then because they had told me this thing about being the most patriotic community in the United States, they wanted to get that name. And I said, well, then let's do it. You guys in, I'm in. And so we put together a partnership with the Hospitality Association. I wish it was more glamorous than that, but it wasn't.
No, but then in putting it all together,